I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. I've been playing with the pumpkins, the foam pumpkins that you get from the dollar stores. I've been having a lot of fun with them. And I always say if there's only one thing that you can change on the pumpkin, change the stem. We have this kind of weird thing. So we're going to do a pumpkin makeover just by the stem, and I want to show you just how to do the stem, and then we'll show you a couple of things that we're going to add to it or how you can change it up. I start with paper twist, and if there's also paper rush that you can use. It comes in different colors, but if you buy the natural color, then you can make it any color you want. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is unroll it. And some of the craft stores don't carry it. It was really popular in the 80s, but Hobby Lobby still has it, as well as online. So check those out. And really unwrap it really well. And your bottom of it, you kind of want a straight end. And the other part, we're going to tear at an angle. And this is about a 6-inch piece, and I did 2 pieces, and you can paint it any color you want. I've got silver, I've got black, I've got gold glitter, I've got brown, and I've got a natural one just to kind of show you all the different things you can do with it. I have sprayed it with spray paint. Just take it out at this stage and spray it, really simple, or use your acrylic paints and water your acrylic paints down just a bit, just enough to make them pliable, and paint it on both sides. You want to make sure that you still do both sides. So after it's dry, you can go ahead and put it on your pumpkin, or if you want to leave it natural. Now the first thing I do is kind of make a bend, and this is going to be the outside pumpkin, so it looks like the stem is coming out. And I'm going to glue the edge of the pumpkin, and then down here on the base, right where that paper would go up against, and set this down with that bent part, and make sure you bring that all the way around. That should cover almost half of your pumpkin stem. And see how we're getting it so it looks like it's coming out kind of like a pumpkin stem would look. So don't mess with that until that's nice and dry. And then we're going to go ahead and do the second half of it, and we've got to overlap it, so you want it the same length as where your other one started. So you want to stop and start. And I try to come over here and match it up, and then come over here and match it up, and then bend down everything in the middle. And I'll lift that up again in just a minute. I'm pushing it down nice and tight and letting that dry really well. And then there you go, we do have that, so it looks like it's coming out of the pumpkin. It doesn't look like it's just stuck on top there. So we've got that ready. Now, I twist it, and I always try and twist it too early. I want my stem to look like a gourd or a pumpkin and have that real viney feel to it. And that's why we tear the ends, and so it comes more to that viney feel to it. Looks more like a vine. And I kind of bring mine over to the side. If you kind of look at most of them, I've kind of got them over to the side. Now this guy I wanted shorter. I didn't do him that way. I put him on exactly the same, and I cut him off or tore him off, and then I rolled up another one and stuck it inside, so I get this short kind of stubby stem to it, but it still looks more natural like our real pumpkins do. And that is how we do it. You can put the glitter on it. There's all kinds of fun videos I've got going with these, but I'm going to show you just a couple of other things just to add to it that will really make it more fun. You can do glitter, paint them, just come on over and check out all my videos, but we're just trying to stick with more of the stem. Now this is just your Spanish moss. Put a little bit of hot glue. You don't need very much, and especially if your rim was kind of messy and you didn't like the way it looked, that'll help even cover that up. But then again, it gives it that viney feel to it. It makes it more wild looking, more natural looking. Then of course we can add leaves to it, which I really like to do. And depending on whatever type of leaves you want to use. And this, you can make so many of these so fast. And I kind of push it down to get my leaves to pull up so they're not flat against the pumpkin. So that's the reason I put them on that way. And another thing I like to put on is berries. And depending on what color you're using, or if you're Halloween or Thanksgiving, what type of berries you want. And so I think on this one, I'm just going to put some gold ones on. If I can get them off of here. Right there. So we'll put some berries right there. You could put some little small flowers there. That would be great too. And one of the other things I like to do, and I probably should have put it first, is to do a little bit of wire. And again, it's that viney feel that we're kind of getting. And any little tiny floral wire or any wire like that is fine. It can be back and forth, it can be around a pencil, whatever you want to do. The one thing I always try to tell you is tuck your ends in though, especially if you're around smaller children, so that they're not sharp. And I'm going to pull this apart because I think I have it too close together, and hot glue that in. But see how great that looks, how fast that went together. And that's just by basically doing the stem area. And we've really given our pumpkin a stem makeover. So come on over and see all the different YouTubes that we have for you. And if you subscribe, you can see all the latest ones we have, as well as all the different pumpkins we've got going on. I'm working on a frost pumpkin for you. Don't be afraid to also set your pumpkins inside wreaths or things like that as well, to make it more of a centerpiece. Thank you for joining me today. God bless.